What's up, guys? I get a lot of questions regarding Oscar fish because I'm the admin over at Oscar Fish Keepers Facebook group and Oscar Fish Enthusiasts, the two largest Oscar fish groups on Facebook. And I've been obsessed with Oscar fish for quite some time. But anyhow, today's topic is how to sex your Oscar fish. Let's take a glimpse at this predator tank just for some beautiful fish. They are beautiful, and like I said in the other videos, I just sold all of my Oscar fish. I'm constantly selling fish because with all these tanks, you have to have your fish for sale, and some of them you trade, or some of them you don't sell because they're your absolute favorites. Like that Jack Dempsey, I would never sell. It's all just personal reasons on what fish you will and won't sell. Okay, I'm done blabbing. Sexing Oscar fish. This is a topic that is talked about almost every day in the community, and it's impossible by looking at the fish. So, what else is there to do, right? You might ask yourself. You know, a lot of fish you can look at like the dorsal fins and the colorations and you can tell it's a male. With Oscar fish, that's not the case. So there's basically two ways to do that. Number one, if the fish lay eggs, it's female. If the eggs are fertilized by the fish that didn't lay the eggs, it's a male. That's one way to do it. I know that sounds really stupid with all the science we have of today, but that's what it comes down to. And you will know because Oscar fish will lay eggs around once a month, even without a male. Like if you have two females, they will each try to lay eggs once a month, roughly. So, and it's also difficult to tell which fish actually laid the eggs. So that's where discrepancy comes in. You know, you might have two fish and you come to the tank and see eggs, but you don't know who laid them. So it's difficult. And then the next reason, or the next method, this is the best method. This is a lot better than the first one. And this is where you physically take out the fish, flip it upside down in your hand. This is referred to as venting in the industry. I do it with some of my cichlids. I know a lot of people are afraid to hold their fish because they're not insane like I am. I like to hold my fish, look at the coloration, take them out of the water. It's a connection with me. But anyhow, you take out the fish, flip it upside down, and there's gonna be two holes. One is the, actually I have a picture. I posted it up on the internet. Basically, you're looking at the anatomy of the fish's egg tube and anus. So this is from OscarFishLover.com, so it's a great resource. And I want to show you what it looks like. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry. The one on the left is the male, so you're going to have a spike in an anus, and the one on the right is an egg tube in an anus. So the one on the right has one larger hole, making it a female. I know it's kind of crazy. You got to get hands-on with your fish like this, and it's going to be very difficult if you have a 13-inch Oscar fish, because these things are insane to net, move around. If you've moved Oscar fish, it sucks because they are massive. You need big nets. They splash everywhere. It's a complete mess / disaster. So there's really not a great way to sex these fish because it sucks to take them out and hold them because they get massive and they are just vigorously crazy with their movements, you know. I had a horror story. I was holding a 12-inch Oscar fish trying to look at what sex it was, and it just got away from me, flopped on the ground, flopped on the concrete. It damaged some of its scales. I'm sure it wasn't great for the slime coat. I felt absolutely terrible, and that's just the bitter. I kind of learned a lesson that it just wasn't worth it with big cichlids anymore of doing this. So basically, I've said basically like 100 times, but God, look at my Jag's mouth. My jag just is constantly tearing up his mouth because he's digging and he's trying to breed, just acting really weird. Anyhow, these fish are extremely difficult to sex. I would say the best odds are just get a bunch of Oscar fish and watch them closely and wait for a pair to pair up. And that way you have a male and a female, and you're gonna have to guess at which one is the male versus the female unless you see him or her laying the eggs and him coming over to fertilize them. Ooh, I've been talking for 5 minutes now. This is a beautiful Midas, Jag, Texas, Red Devil. This Red Devil is getting massive. I'm hoping that he just continuously gets massive and thicker. If you guys haven't joined Oscar Fish Keepers Facebook group, join up right now. We have a great team of moderators. Great stuff. It's a great community. We do some giveaways once in a while, post videos, etc. Or you can just ask me more questions here on Oscars. I don't have any at the moment. This looks kind of bad because people come to me asking me all these questions with Oscars, and I don't have any right now. This sucks. But I promise you, sure enough, soon enough, I will have some Oscars because my name gets out there locally, and oh, Chris will take those. Chris will take them. Yeah, bring them over. Oh, I'm moving to an apartment, and they don't allow these fish, you know. So, sexing Oscar fish, male or female? That is the question. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this one up. It's a lazy Saturday. I'm in sweatpants, doing water changes, getting together with a bunch of the moderators on the Oscar Fish Keepers group, making it a better hangout, and I'm gonna quit blabbing.